Hey, church family, hope that your week is off to a great start. And this is just our weekly reminder about our 30 days grateful study that we're going through right now at West End. Sorry I wasn't able to be with you all this past Sunday morning, but it sounds like it was an awesome day with the Missions Emphasis Sunday. And we were there on Sunday night, heard a wonderful lesson, but Sunday morning's lesson was great. We understand the missions fair, seeing all the missionaries. Just a very uplifting and encouraging time here at West End. So as we continue these thoughts this week, as far as these devotional thoughts, helping us to continue to develop that grateful heart, right? This week, Billy has us kind of focus in some different areas. One is, he uses this really cool illustration of a tree, and that's going to be today's devotional, if you haven't gotten started in that yet. In that devotional, he talks about being rooted and built up in the Lord. And so I hope that you'll take the opportunity to engage in that and use that illustration of that tree and really make that stick for you. But then we get a little more serious, I think, in this week's study of asking some pretty challenging questions, some questions about, what are we convicted about? There are things we believe, but we'll argue about things we believe, but we'll change our lives for things that we are convicted about. And so he's asking us that question. That conviction to follow Jesus actually brings gratitude into our hearts as we are convicted and truly believe in what he has done for us and how awesome that is. And then he kind of transitions to talking about the fact that your life, the attitude that you have, an attitude of gratitude, really leads up to opportunities to evangelize. It leads to opportunities to open doors. If you're always complaining about your church family, nobody wants to go to church with you, right? But if you're always talking positively about your church family and what we've done and what we're doing, and you're talking about that in the workplace or with your friends, they're going to be like, well, I kind of like to be with you and go and see that for myself. And so that's opening that door. If we have that attitude of gratitude, thinking about what God has done for us, thanking him for that, and being verbal about that, vocal about that, that's going to open up some doors, open up the doors of people's hearts. And that's what I'm going to be preaching. It leads to the next devotional, that gratitude leads to a change of heart. And so this Sunday morning's lesson is going to be a heart of gratitude. And we're going to look at that passage from Colossians chapter 3, verses 12 through 14, about the things that we are to be putting on as Christians that are because we have a thankful heart. And as we focus on those things in our life and putting those things into our life more, we're filling ourselves up. It can't help but overflow to where people see that every day. And even in difficult circumstances, people will see that. Doesn't mean we can't be sad. Doesn't mean that we can't hurt and that our lives are going to be perfect. That's not what we mean. But even in those moments, how we handle those, how we respond. And if there's ever a time in life that people needed to see a different response than that, it's normal of the world, it's right now. And they only are going to see that from Christians who have those grateful hearts. And then what that kind of flows into is, for us naturally as Christians, is that love for the church. And so as we understand how better to love what God has given us in the church, it continues to make us more and more grateful. And I've said this, I think, from the pulpit a few times, that anytime that we are away from our church family, and we take those opportunities to spend time as family and to be away, even to visit other places when we're out of town, it just reminds us of the blessing that we have in this church family here at West End. We are greatly blessed. Had to spend time, or was able to spend time with Sally's family this past weekend, and they have a wonderful church family too at Charlotte Heights. But Sally and I, we talk about how much we love being with our West End family and how we love seeing other church families who love each other just like we love each other, and how encouraging that is. And then how sad it is for people in this world that don't have that. So definitely give thanks to God for our West End family, for our leaders, for our deacons, for those who are leading the charge here at West End to help us to be that family that we need to be. So this week for the challenges, and we're going to do this on Thursdays too, Thursdays as well. I'm going to remind you of this in that Facebook Live that we do on Thursdays. The challenges this week get a little bit more specific. And there's opportunities for you to write notes of Thanksgiving, but to specific groups. And there's one it's a really neat challenge, and I hope that you take it. And it is to show thanks to somebody in your life that does something for you on an everyday basis that we don't normally thank, like the person who delivers your mail, the person who delivers your packages, the person who picks up the trash in your neighborhood. Those are people that a lot of times society we don't notice they're gone until they're not working anymore and something's broken, right? Show some appreciation for those people right now and bring a little bit of joy into their lives. So that's what I've got for you this week. Looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday night as we get together at 7 o'clock for Bible study. But in the meantime, stay in with these 30 Days Grateful devotionals. The idea is in 30 days, it's going to help to change us into the people that we know that we want to be, that God knows that we can be. And looking forward to hearing from you and seeing your post. I've seen that on social media about some of the things you've underlined and seen in these devotional guides. Continue that good job of sharing those things, because the world needs more gratitude and gratefulness in their hearts right now, more than ever. God bless. Lord willing, we'll see you sometime soon.